favorite focus in history is actually World War I and World War II, specifically World War II and what the general population was doing in that time, how the war affected the everyday civilian.
Trade, commerce, all sorts of economic history stuff is my real area of interest in terms of history.
My interest would be in the Middle East and the Soviet-Afghan War as well. I guess you can say I love all things Russian history and military history.
In the history BA major, we have, you have to take 3 world history classes, 3 American history classes, upper division, and you can pick whatever classes you want to fulfill those obligations.
And our classes are designed to enhance skills that will serve people well in almost any career path that they choose, whether it's to work as an auto mechanic or to be in journalism or to go to law school. We have a program that will help you develop a set of skills in analytical reasoning, writing, and communication that will serve you well. So it's a program that you're going to be taught well in and will have real-world value.
The professor here are all very big on critical thinking and making sure you develop critical thinking skills. Especially Dr. Huey, some of his exam questions, you see him and you're like, oh dear Lord, why are these on here? But it makes you have thought-provoking answers.
We really try to encourage students to learn how to think and to articulate their thoughts in a very effective way to show that they understand various forms of bias.
One thing that makes us very unique is the fact that every student is going to be having their classes taught by professors, no graduate students.
Very approachable, very knowledgeable in their subject. They seem to really know their stuff and have a real passion for it.
Dr. Pisani, she uses a variety of teaching methods, which is awesome because everyone has different learning styles. So if you're more of an audio learner, we will watch some videos, but if you're more of a visual learner, so put some graphics up on the board.
Dr. Huey's kind of like that uncle you have who loves to tell war stories.
Again, I try to encourage my students to think a little bit outside the box and not necessarily think of history so narrowly and specific as a discipline or a career.
We encourage them to try to work with the museum, Jim Crow Museum, with the Sexism Museum on campus.
We have one student that's working at a historic site in the greater Detroit area, and she's very active in the Museum Studies Association.
My dream definitely is to become a history professor. I would not mind coming back to a school about the size of Ferris and teach there.
My dream job would be to get my doctorate, and I'd like to be a historian with World War I, World War II history.
We're providing for them are skills that can be used in just about any kind of field that they want to get into after they leave here.
Being a history major and really using the discipline of history to enhance your worldview, the way you look at ideas, the way you look at information, really gives you so much more than just simply being a history buff.
Overall, it's a really good major. Even if you aren't going into history itself, my mom works at the bank and they're actually looking for history majors because that tends to give you more of a critical thinking ability if you have that, because you're reading primary documents all the time and you have to figure out what those mean.
I think our teachers are very dedicated, and as they say, we have close contact with our students. It's a personal touch that I don't think you're going to get in very many other places within the state of Michigan.